Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. And last week we said we were starting just kind of a mini series about war in the markets, and it was driven by that collapse in the markets several weeks back now, where in the first half hour of trading or whatever it was, the market fell 1,200 points, just like that, and everybody freaked out. But we noticed something that day that a few things were up. Oil was up, food was up, and Lockheed Martin stock was up. Common denominator, the market was telling us something we thought, which is war. Last week we talked about why oil was up that day and made the case for higher oil prices because of the conflicts, especially in the Middle East. Today, let's make the connection between food and war. All right, this is ancient, guys. Conquering armies destroy crops. And whether they are sieging a castle or whether they are moving through a territory they want to conquer, they burn them, they trash them, they take them for their own soldiers and starve out other populations, and it drives the price of food up. Is that happening today? Yes. So now let's look at the other war, the one in Ukraine. Most of you probably know this. Ukraine is about as flat as Iowa. Well, the bad news for them on that is with no natural choke points, no mountain ranges, anything like that, it's the Autobahn for invasion. So the Mongols have rolled through there. Of course, Napoleon rolled through there. Hitler rolled through there. Soviets rolled through. You can't defend it. The good news, though, is because it's as flat as Iowa, there's 8 to 20 feet of topsoil. Every grain grows. It's the size of Texas, and it's the breadbasket for this part of the world. All right, you got a war going on. Has Russia sent disease through all the crops? No, they haven't. Could they? Yes. Do we have that capability too if we wanted to in war? Yes. It can be more sophisticated now in how we can cause famine. Thankfully, it hasn't happened yet. But what has happened, we've got 400,000 dead Ukrainian men. What does that do to bringing in the crops and harvesting? What does that do when the energy infrastructure is being destroyed by the Russians? When you don't have energy, it's very difficult to process the grains that you have been able to process. Meanwhile, you then got to ship them. You got to get them out here through the Black Sea, then down through here to go out to the rest of the world. That's all clogged up. What will happen to food prices? And it's a world market. You're going to see food prices going up. As a consumer, I don't like it. As an investor, you want the price of your product going up, and a product people must have. So do we like investing like this? Crisis investing? No, but we have to see the reality of what's in front of us and try to protect you in the best way we can from what's happening out there. And one more piece. Oil and food go together. As the price of oil goes up, food's very energy intensive. It's a lot of energy to harvest things, to package things, to transport things. Fertilizer. Fertilizer, there's a lot of energy in fertilizer, and we transport tons and tons of this stuff every day around the globe. What's going to happen to fertilizer prices? You can see that everything's kind of coming together for food prices to continue up. Thus, you're invested there. So with that, I will turn it over to Walt.